watching the SEC on ESPN from the Lloyd Noble Center in Norman. It's a matchup of two teams who have combined to win 3 of the 4 last women's NCAA gymnastics championships. The top-ranked Oklahoma Sooners won back-to-back in 2022 and 23. And prior to the Sooners repeat, it was the Michigan Wolverines who won it all in 2021. Great to be alongside the former Oklahoma national champion Natalie Walker, formerly Brown. These two teams have 2 weeks left in the regular season, not much time. Where do they stand?
Yeah, Oklahoma is currently ranked #1, and they're #1 for a reason. They have so much consistency, and every routine starts from a 10.0. Head coach KJ Kindler told me that tonight they are working on executing landings. Michigan, they might not be ranked in the top 10, but there's a lot of potential there. Head coach Bev Plotke told me that they have yet to put all events together in one night, so they're hoping to do so here.
Senior night for Oklahoma. 4 gymnasts will be honored, including these two. Audrey Davis and Jordan Bowers, part of 2 national championships and each a 7-time All-American individually. What have they given Oklahoma?
Yeah, you know, they've brought so much to this program, but it's not all about accolades to them. They each face some of their own hardships and losses prior to coming to Oklahoma. So I know they're just grateful for the opportunities that they've been given. They've made lifelong friendships and memories. Audrey's actually going to be in Jordan's wedding here soon, so expect an emotional competition here tonight.
And for Michigan, Carly Bauman is one of 4 on this team who were on the 2021 national title team. We're going to see her near perfection against UCLA in just a moment, but what's been her impact on the Wolverines?
Yeah, head coach Bev Plotke said how coachable she is and how her scores make a huge impact to this team. But what's cool about her is that she is not only one of the best on the competition floor, but she's an excellent student as well, currently getting her master's in molecular and cellular developmental biology.
That is difficult to say, much less achieve. But what a gymnast she has been, and excellent in the classroom. Good crowd at the Lloyd Noble Center. It is senior night, as we said, for Oklahoma. Jordan Bowers, Audrey Davis, Danae Fletcher, and Danny Sievers will be honored later on tonight. Lily Peterson will be up first for Oklahoma on vault. You see what Lily Peterson has done so far this year.
Coach Kindler talked about how she has one of the best vaults on their team. Oh my goodness, and she starts it off with a stick.
Lily Peterson is ranked number 11 in the all-around. She's done the all-around in every meet as a freshman out of White Lake Bear, Minnesota, and flips gymnastics. Let's look again.
Here's a replay of Lily's vault. Great block off the table, spots the landing, and holds on to that stick. What a great start for Oklahoma.
Over to the Wolverines and Sophie Parenti, who gets things started.
Sophie actually leads off on 3 events. Starts off with a Maloney straight to a pack salto. Great routine so far to lead off the Wolverines. Gets that handstand, just her dismount now. Double layout and holds it for a stick. A great routine to start off for Michigan.
Bev Plotke calls Sophie Parenti just a steady Eddie, as you said, leading off for them in 3 events. That's what you want at the top of the lineup. Faith Torres, one of the all-arounders again for the Sooners tonight. You see a 9.95 for Lily Peterson. And you're about to see the #1 ranked vault in the country these days.
Yeah, she's gained so much confidence and consistency on this event this year. She had a stick streak earlier in the season, so let's see what she does here tonight. She'll also be competing a Yurchenko 1.5. Great block off the table. A pretty big hop forward and a little feet scooches there, but a great vault overall, had great distance. Not the landing that I'm sure she hoped for, but a good vault.
We will see her 3 more times tonight. To Ava Jordan now on the uneven bars. I'm not seeing Sophie Parenti score, but you see the season average for Ava Jordan, 9.82. Sophomore from Indianapolis Cathedral High School. This is a very young team. In fact, both of these teams are super young. You do the calculations. About 39% of Oklahoma's routines being performed by freshmen, and it's even more for the Wolverines, about 45-46% of theirs. Wow.
Just wild. Ava Jordan has been building her confidence and consistency on this event. She actually walked on to the program. Starts off with a straddle Jaeger. Nails that handstand. Right to a shoot over the handstand. Just her dismount now. Pretty big step backwards for her, but that was a great routine on the bar. Just has to focus more on the landings to save some tense.
You see identical 9.85 for Peterson and Torres on vault for the Sooners. Kira Wells is set to go. Oklahoma, not only the #1 team in QS, but they are #1 on every event as a team as well. Just an incredible year that they have had.
Head coach KJ Kindler said that Kira's teammates wish that they could vault like Kira because she's so consistent. Big Yurchenko 1.5 right there. She took a pretty big step forward, but great block and distance. So far, these aren't the landings that Oklahoma is hoping for tonight. As I mentioned earlier, they really are trying to hone in on their landings.
Kira Wells was an All-American a season ago on vault for the Sooners. Always asking for feedback, and an athlete who is never discouraged. Sophomore from Augusta, Kansas, will get her score. You see Sophie Parenti with a 9.825 for the Wolverines. We'll get Ava Jordan's score in a moment, but Sophia Diaz is up next. Freshman, Clarksville, Maryland, Hills Gymnastics. She's already won multiple titles this year on the uneven bars. 2 individual event titles for her on the bars.
Yeah, Sophia is a huge asset to this program, and she's only a freshman.
There's so much, too, I think, being a freshman. One thing is the grind of competing every single week.
Yes, they're definitely not used to it as freshmen, but she's competing very well week in and week out. She'll start her routine off with a Maloney. Beautiful, straight into a bail to handstand. She has very pretty form. Double layout dismount. Doesn't quite get the stick. Has to take a small step backwards, but that was a great routine. Both of these teams just need to calm their nerves down a little bit to get those landings.
Michigan is ranked number 15 on the uneven bars as a team. So we have a lineup change here for the Sooners. It's going to be Addison Feta up next on vault. She's another freshman. Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, Prestige Gymnastics. Her parents, Tony and Jen, own the gym. They're in Wrightsville.
She had a great vault last week with a career high 9.875, so let's see what she does here. Great block off the table. Another big hop on the landing. Oklahoma is very powerful tonight. They just really need to calm down on their nerves so they can hone in on those landings, but the vault itself off the table was great, and there was great distance as well. Here we go again. There you go, great block off the table. Just a little over-rotated and couldn't quite get her balance.
Mentioned Prestige Gymnastics there in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania. KJ Kindler said she has recruited hard there, but had never gotten an athlete from that gym until now. And they're thrilled to have Addison Feta. Here's JC4. The score so far, 9.825, 9.775 for the Wolverines on the uneven bars. And Sophia Diaz about to come in with hers. JC4, a senior from Fishers, Indiana. Won the uneven bars in their meet with Ohio State.
Nails that first handstand into a toe-on. Straddle to Kachev over the bar. So far, really hitting these handstands. Showing excellent form. Just her dismount now. She'll do a double layout. Almost gets the stick, but has to take a tiny step forward. But on the bar, that was a great routine for JC. Here's that dismount one more time. Almost gets the stick. It almost looked like she didn't need to take a step, but she did anyways. But again, great routine for her.
That block he calls Jason Ford just a solid veteran performer on the beam and the bars as we get over to the Sooners once again, and coming down the ramp is another freshman, Elle Miller.
Got a 9.975 last week versus Auburn. A great ball for her, a small step forward, but that was a good ball. It really did look like last week, except last week she didn't take a step.
Well, she won the event title, as you said, with that 9.975 last week. Consistently been in the vault, bars, 4 exercise lineups for KJ Kendler and the Sooners. Oklahoma's scores a couple of 9.95s, a 9.825. We showed you part of this routine a moment ago. Carly Bauman was nearly perfect on the uneven bars against UCLA 2 weeks ago.
She's just beautiful to watch on this event. You'll see later in her routine, but her dismount is a blind landing, but the way she lands is just excellent. Starts off with a straddle Jaeger straight to a shoot over. So far, so good for her. Just her dismount now. Here's that blind landing. Lands so good with her chest up. I don't know how she does it. Just a small hop this time. Here's that dismount again. Watch her chest as she lands. Lands so straight up and down. Barely moves her feet. What a great routine for Carly.
Only Halen Zabrowski yet to go for the Wolverines, and in the anchor spot is Jordan Bowers, top 10 on vault, ranked 9th currently.
She has a season high of a 9.95 on this event, so let's see what she's going to do tonight. That was a great ball. Again, Oklahoma didn't get the sticks that they wanted, but that was pretty steady. Just a small step forward and a good start for Jordan. Here's this vault again. A little soft on the block off the table, but still is able to get all the way around, and again, just a small step on the landing.
So we have seen Lily Peterson with the high score for Oklahoma of 9.95 so far. And Halen Zabrowski, the Parkland, Florida native, will be the final competitor, sophomore. She's had some unfortunate injury setbacks, but able to go tonight on the uneven bars.
She typically does a very unique and difficult dismount, so hopefully we'll see it here tonight. Starts off with a straddle Jaeger, a little close to the bar, but is able to make it work. Goes into her pack salto. She's running out of a little juice here because of the way that she caught the bar on her release, but she's making it work. Just her dismount now. Let's see if she does it. And she didn't do it. That's a smart decision. She just did a double layout, but sometimes she'll do a full twisting double layout, and it's pretty cool. But that was a good routine. Here's how she got the bar one more time. Just a little bit close to the bar. Wasn't able to get a lot of momentum. That was Ava competing in the exhibition spot. A good Yurchenko 1.5, just a small step forward.
So Ava Siegfeld there. The exhibition spot will not count toward Oklahoma's final score. I was going to ask you, Halen Zabrowski, at what point as a gymnast do you realize that you better not go for the big dismount as you're going through the routine?
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if she was gonna do the dismount or planning to, but you could just tell in her routine that she was running out of juice. And as a gymnast, sometimes your coach will tell you in those situations to make the smartest decision for yourself. So I think that's what she did tonight.
We do not have Zabrowski's score as of yet. Oklahoma's vault score of 49-325. Again, the Sooners coming in as the #1 team in the country on the vault, and that is below their season average by about 1/10 of a point.
Yeah, they didn't have the best vault rotation. Didn't get as many landings. Only 1 out of 6. So hopefully they'll get more landings here tonight as the competition goes on. Exhibition routine. Big double layout off the bar, just a small step forward.
Well, that will do it for the opening rotation. Oklahoma going to have a lead, it looks like, of a little over 2/10 of a point. Not unexpected, but the Sooners a tad bit below their season average on vault. Wolverines 49-150. And KJ Kemmler's team will be moving on to rotation at number 2. We will total up the scores and give you an SEC update when we come back to the Lloyd Noble Center.